staring back at me so blue and white.
Everyone, so I just filmed a makeup tutorial on this look. It is a look that you can wear if you have blue eyes. I looked through, I have like a note thing on my phone where it says all like video ideas and stuff, and there was one note that said makeup for different eye colors, and I totally forgot that I was doing this whole series on my channel where I was going to show you like what would look good for everyone's eye color. So today I'm doing makeup for blue eyes. If you have blue eyes, you're like in luck because you really don't even have to wear makeup. Your eye color will bring everything together for you. But if you did want to wear makeup, this is something that I would wear if I had blue eyes. It's using very bronzy gold eyeshadows. I did put eyeliner on my top lash line, but you could skip that step because if you have blue eyes, you want it to be very doe-eyed. So if you just do the eyeshadows and mascara, that's probably better. But that doesn't look good on me, and I wanted to show you like how it looks good properly. So I did eyeliner, but I mean if you like it you can do it, but it would probably look better if you just do the eyeshadows and mascara so your eyes can really shine through. And I didn't really like contour much or anything. I kept it very plain, very basic. That's all you need if you have blue eyes. So also I got my eyebrows done finally. I think they look nice. She always does a good job, this lady. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the tutorial. I forgot to mention before, I'm obviously my background is very plain at the moment. I normally film sitting over here where it has my bed and that drawing thing I have on my wall, but where I'm filming now, like behind the camera, is my dresser that has a mirror attached to it, so it's easier for me to film here. But I've never filmed here because of the background. It's really boring and plain. So if you have any like tips on what I could do to make this a little bit prettier, if you don't mind the plain background, that's fine with me because it's easier for me to film. But let me know what you think, whether you prefer my old background and my old way of filming or this way of filming. Now let's get into the tutorial. Okay, now let's get into the tutorial. So I'm starting off with NYX's eyeshadow base in Skin Tone. I'm going to apply this all the way from lid to brow, and then I'm going to rub it in with my fingers. This is going to help all the shadows stay in place throughout the day or night, and also the eyeshadows that we're going to be applying on top of it, the colors will appear so much more vibrant and pigmented than the original. Then I'm going to use the e.l.f. Beauty Book Au Naturel palette. And I'm going to start off by using this really warm, light-toned brown eyeshadow, and I'm going to take that on a big fluffy brush. And this is just a transition color, so the way that you apply it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, the messier you do it, the better it is. So I'm applying this a little bit in the crease, a little bit on the lid, above the crease, just very messily, just blow it out. You want the pigment as much as in the outer corner as well as the inner corner. Then I'm going to use this gold glittery eyeshadow from L'Oreal. I'm taking that on a flat shaded brush because this will really help to push that eyeshadow onto the lid. And I'm only applying this on the center of my eyelid. So it's only on the ball of the eye where it's the most raised is where you want to apply that eyeshadow. And then I'm using this beautiful bronze eyeshadow from the e.l.f. palette, and I'm taking that on a crease stone brush, and I'm going to start off by applying this in the outer corner of my lid, and then I'll take whatever's left on the inner corner of my lid. I'll pick up a little bit more of the eyeshadow and I'll join the two of those right in the crease like you see me doing there, and then I'll take it a little bit above the crease and I'll just shape my crease out with that. So you want the gold to be right on the ball of the lid and the bronze to be around all of that and above the crease a little bit. Now while you're doing the previous process, you can get rid of some of that gold, so if necessary pick up a little bit more of that gold eyeshadow and just put it back on the center of the lid in case you blended it out. And then with no extra product, I'm going to take
that same crease brush again and just go around the edges of where we wanted it to be. Then I'm going to take that first big fluffy brush and go around the edges of the crease to make everything seamless and blend it out. Then I'm using the L'Oreal gel liner. This is a new gel liner I got. I love it, and I'm taking that on a small angled brush. Now for the highlight shade, I'm using a darker shade than I normally do. This has a little bit more bronze and gold in it, and I'm going to take that on a angled brush. So I'm sticking with the bronzy gold tones throughout the whole eyeshadow look that we're doing. So I'm going to start off by applying this underneath the arch of my eyebrow and then blend it around wherever underneath the eyebrow. Now I'm just going to take my hands and wipe away any fallout from underneath my eyes. Then I'm going to use the Garnier BB Cream in the color Light, and I'm going to use that on a paddle brush, foundation brush. So I start off by just dotting this all over my face. I did speed this up because my foundation does take, or whatever, BB cream does take a long time, so I didn't want this to be a super long video. But I start off by dotting it on my face, and then I do just a light layer. It doesn't have to be perfectly blended in. And then I always take it down my neck and my ears. Then I take a little bit more on my most problematic areas and I blend that in. And this is when I make it the most flawless and blend everything in perfectly. That's the time that I do this the second time around. Now I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Under Eye Concealer and Highlighter Duo. I'm going to use the concealer. This is in the shade Fair. And I'm going to apply this underneath my eyes. First, I'm going to rub this around to where I want the product to be, which is right underneath my eyes and a little bit down to my cheekbones. And once I'm happy with where it's placed, I'll just pat it in so it conceals everything under my eyes. You don't want to rub this in because your fingers will steal away the product, so it's better if you pat it. Then I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Matte Powder. The shade is medium, and I'm taking that on a kabuki brush. And I'm going to use this to set my face stuff, so that I don't get oily throughout the day and none of my makeup slides off my face, because that concealer can tend to settle into fine lines. But when I use this powder to set it, I find that it'll last me hours, so it's a good thing that I use this powder. Then again, using the e.l.f. palette, I'm taking this very rich dark brown eyeshadow, and I'm taking the brush that came with that gel liner. And I use this now to fill in my eyebrows because it's so small. I can really get nice and precise in my brows, and it's nice and dense too. So I just start filling in my brows from the inner corner, and then I just outline the arch, just outline my brows, and then I fill them in wherever there's sparse areas that need to be filled in. And then I take this brow brush, which the comb is like completely gone. I don't know what happened to it, but I just brush my brows through with that so it looks a little bit more natural. Now I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is number 609 and it's called French Fries. I'm not going to use black. Again, I'm sticking with these bronzy gold shades. And I'm going to apply this in my waterline. And then I'm going to take a small little angled brush that is clean. And I'm taking that same bronze shade that we used on our eyes. And I'm going to apply this just like we did with the top. I'm going to apply it on the outer corner of the lower lash line and the inner corner of the lower lash line. So do everything under the lower lash line except the middle part. Then once you've done that, I'm going to take that gold glitter eyeshadow again that we used on our lid on the same brush. I just cleaned it off. And I'm going to apply this just like we did with the top, just on the middle of the lower lash line. You want to replicate what's on the top. When you're doing looks like techniques like this, you want to replicate what's on the top lid with what you do on the bottom lash line. Then I'm mixing the Maybelline Falsies and Maybelline Mega Plush Mascara together. I know this is out of focus. I need to get better at filming like so close up, but I apply a coat of the Mega Plush Mascara first, and I did apply a coat of the Falsies, but it was totally out of focus, so I had to delete it. So I do that. I put a coat of the falsies on my lower lash line, and then I go back over everything with the Mega Plush. Now I'm using the bronzer from W7, and I'm using that on a powder brush. And I'm not specifically contouring, like I'm more warming up my cheekbones and just giving my face some color. And once I do that, I'll just take a little bit more and sculpt out my forehead, warm up my temples, just to give my face a little bit of definition, so I'm not just very bland looking. Then I'm going to use the e.l.f. blush in Blushing. This is a beautiful pink with a bit of gold shimmer, which again is using all these gold tones. And I'm going to use that on an angled blush brush. And I'm going to start off by applying this on the apples of my cheeks and slowly feather it back into the rest of by my ears and my temples. Now I'm going to use the Revlon Mineral Finishing Powder in 010, and I'm going to take that on a small powder brush. And I'm using this to highlight down the bridge of my nose, my chin, in between my eyebrows, above my eyebrows, and my cheekbones as well. Then I'm going to use the Rimmel Vinyl Max Lip Gloss in 701. This was my holy grail lip gloss, and I've gone back to the last couple of times I've been doing my makeup, but this is just going to give your lips that perfect amount of color. And yeah, that's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!